playing some UFC 2. I used to play a ton of UFC 2010 back in the day. Probably got like over 5,000 hours in it. And I'm starting to get decent at this game. But the Creative Fighter mode is not very nice, the Ultimate Team mode, if you've just got the game. So I'm kind of grinding through it. I did get the championship on my middleweight grappler, though. So that's who we're going to be playing first today. And I'm going to be streaming until around 6 p.m. Pacific. So, let's get into this. Oops. There. Now I will know if anyone starts watching the stream. I got the music turned off because EA, copyright monsters, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. I walked into a different room to grab my charger for the tablet that I watch and update the stream on. Alright, there we go. Alright. Without any further ado, which is delicious on sandwiches. I try not to fight below 90 in fitness just because pretty much every person I'm fighting has an 89 or a 90 in their stand-up. I have a 59. So my fights depend on two things. One, my opponent cannot stop the takedown with this character. I can strike, but my striker, again, he's level 67, so that's still a pretty substantial skill difference against another striker. I have beaten people with him grappling, though, which is really goddamn funny. And yes, I'm going to be using harsher language than you would generally find in this game. Welcome to the Masked Obscenity channel. I believe I'm in game chat right now. Let me check and see if I'm in game chat. Yep, I'm in game chat. Alright, perfect. On your end, the stream's going to cut out for like 10 seconds.
Coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup.
Hey, what's up, Valero?
Boom Boom and Assassin. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight. Boom Boom is 21 years his elder. He will have a fight.
All right, skipping the intro. I like it.
Boom Boom. Assassin. Here we go. 3-round
Oh,
fight.
you're not touching gloves? Oh, maybe he tried.
Boom Boom is much taller than his opponent tonight. How can he use that to be successful in tonight's fight?
Keeping his opponent at the end of his strikes and making sure that his head is out of distance of return strikes.
Let's go, it's a warning.
Beautifully executed sweep.
He did a nice job blocking the head kick.
1-2.
Looking for another takedown. Boom Boom gets the early takedown.
Full mount.
Good elbow by Boom Boom.
Here's a little piece of trivia for folks who don't know. The reason why you're not allowed to do a downward elbow
And let's see if this
12
works.
to 6 is because he's got his leg here. This is nasty. This is really tight, Mike. This heel hook. He got it. It's all
Ooh.
over.
Sorry about that, man. I'm streaming. I was seeing if that would work.
Anytime,
That's a
took
really
this
cheap
fight to the
submission.
ground and got the early submission.
Just from the grappling I saw on the ground with him, I was thinking it might be safe to go for a bit. Anyway, man, that was a good fight. I don't know how long the voice chat lasts on this game. He might not be able to hear me. I bet I'll find out later tonight. But yep, that's the ace I got in my sleeve.
Beautiful Bruce Buffer.
A really broke shit submission. Yeah, man. Reminds me back in the old 2010 days. You see, back in UFC 2010, a lot of people didn't know that you actually could do the flying armbar online. You just had to already know the flying armbar. Or wait, no, you just had to learn a certain technique. I don't remember which one it was, but it was an armbar from a certain position, and then you would learn the flying armbar. And you could do the flying armbar from the over-under clinch. So you just wait for an opponent to throw a punch, catch it, and then go directly into the submission. Oh, man, I threw a... Ooh, I was not a good sport. I was a younger man. I was very salty about that. But then the guy told me how to do it. You know, I got some help. I'm going, no, man, it looks broke, but, you know, trust me, you can do this too. So I was, you know, taught me how to play the game right. All right, let's hit up another one. Do 2 fights with this guy, and then I'm probably... I'll probably do 4 fights with this guy. And then I'm going to go over to my heavyweight, well, my first heavyweight, and then I'm going to go to my second heavyweight, and I might actually make a new fighter. I might make a Muay Thai fighter. We will see where the night takes us. In the next round, I'm going to plug my stream a little bit because it doesn't seem like anybody's on quite yet.
Coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between Boom Boom and Butcher. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight. Boom.
All right, thank you for skipping the intro, by the way. I appreciate that.
Boom Boom. Butcher.
Ready.
And here we go. 3-round fight. White trunks for Butcher.
Dude, you don't want to put yourself up against the cage like that.
Caught him with a punch.
Oh, huge kick to the midsection.
Oh, jumping knee. Look at this, takedown.
Ooh, that's bad.
You're in half guard, you're all good there. Half guard.
Oh, this guy looks like he can grapple.
Very nice sweep. Reversal and into full guard.
Man, he's got the reversal.
Okay, I've got a transition when that pops
Oh, he
up.
sweeps. Look at his position now.
And he executed a very nice sweep here.